G'day guys, Tony TV here. Welcome back to another episode of my Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 Career Mode playthrough. So for those who have been following and in the videos and the streams, my last video that's been posted is my stream video where we unlocked Charter Service Private, and we started doing Charter Service Private missions. We are currently trying to build up 15,000 credits so we can do our multi-engine rating. After that, we're going to try and build up 20,000 credits to do our turboprop engine rating. Following that, we will either set up our first company or we might go for the jet engine rating first. We'll see what we do. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do another charter service mission. Let's have a look what's available. And the reason why I want to do another charter service mission is they tend to pay pretty well. 8,700 credits, 6,400 credits, 8, 9,100, 7,800 credits. As opposed to the cargo, 6,200, 6,300, which the cargo pays well as well. 5,600, but I think, you know what, we'll do this one here. 9,190 credits. We're flying from Bologna. I'm not sure where to. So there's a charter service private VIP taxi flight. We are going to be flying a Corvallis PT C400. Not a plane I'm overly familiar with, but a plane that I'd like to get to know a bit better, I guess. It is quite a nice little plane. We are flying for first class wings today. If you have been enjoying the videos, please do hit the like and the subscribe button. If you aren't already, do go over and give me a follow on Twitter or on Kick, Tony TV. But yeah, do hit the like and the subscribe button if you want to know when more videos are dropping. I am planning on releasing more and more videos. Do also leave comments below. I really enjoy reading people's comments, whether it's constructive criticism or just a comment to say, hey, we're enjoying your content. Either way, I really enjoy reading people's comments. Without further ado, we will get into this. Like always, like I have done in previous videos, I should say, being that this is a long flight, I'll be showing you the takeoff, the climb, and then once we're at almost pretty much at cruising altitude, I will then pause the recording while I continue on with the flight, and then once we are closing in on descent and on once we're closing in on descent and on landing, I will then resume
so feel free to
the recording. Let's get our boarding happening.
Roger that, Captain. They're on their way. Have a good
Here
flight.
comes our VIPs. Well, one of them is walking to the plane. The other one, is he just staying at the car? Is he the driver?
Madam, welcome aboard.
Good morning, Captain.
Okay, I'm not sure which one of them it
expecting
is.
A bunch of calls during the flight.
Oh, God, great.
I'll
We're
try
going to have a
keep
lot of
it
talking
quiet,
in the
but I might
background.
be on the phone a lot, just so you know.
Wonderful. Looking forward to all the chit chat. All right, let's get all our lights on. Let's get the fuel selector on. What else do we need to do? Okay, let's get mixture, propeller, a little bit of throttle. All right, let's request our IFR clearance.
Bologna Ground, India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel IFR to Lima Sierra Papa Lima ready to copy.
India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel is cleared to Lima Sierra Papa Lima Airport via the Lima Uniform Mike Alpha 1 kilo departure expect runway 12 maintain 9,000 feet departure frequency is 124. 9er25 squawk 4766.
4766. Okay.
Papa Alpha Hotel acknowledge last transmission.
I was just acknowledging, I was just putting the squawk on.
Cleared to Lima Sierra Papa Lima via the Lima Uniform Mike Alpha 1 kilo departure runway 12 maintain 9,000 feet departure frequency.
So we're going to have to go to 9,000
925
feet.
squawk 4766 India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel.
Papa Alpha Hotel read back correct. Contact ground on 121. 9er25. Good day.
All right.
Good morning, Cap. Today you've got the pleasure of taking Mrs. Bartlett to Blyenbach. She's close to
We're
one of
going
our
to
top
Blyenbach.
clients who booked the flight for her.
From Bologna to Blyenbach.
With the finest service on behalf of our company. I know I can count on you. Have a nice trip.
Okay, let's request our taxi clearance.
Bologna Ground, India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel with Yankee ready to taxi IFR.
Taxi lights are on.
India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel taxi 2 and hold short of runway 12 using taxiway Tango Alpha. Contact
Right, runway
tower on
12
120.
using taxiway Tango
Runway
Alpha.
ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 12 via taxiway Tango Alpha Papa Alpha Hotel.
This plane, I do remember the one time I have flown it, can be quite touchy. So we don't want to give it too much. Okay, we are going to be going right into another plane. So this is a little glitch, obviously, that Microsoft Flight Sim still needs to work out, because we are going through another plane. That's all right. We don't want to be going too fast. That's the other thing. Let's welcome the passengers on board.
Madam, I'm pleased to be your pilot today and to welcome you aboard this first-class wings flight to Blyenbach. Estimated flight time is 55 minutes. We're on time for departure, and we're about to receive clearance for takeoff. I'll keep you updated with any important information throughout the flight. Thank you.
We're starting to pick up a little too much speed there. Slow down. Yeah. It is a very touchy plane. It is a very, it's very loose when it comes to the movements with the rudder pedals. So, only slight rudder pedal movements are needed. Slight corrections. Otherwise, it just swings way too far and too fast. The brakes are very touchy as well. Going a bit fast there. Not a great start. But this is just a taxi. Hopefully takeoff is much smoother, and hopefully when we get to our landing is much smoother as well. So I'm hoping that once we've finished this flight, we will have enough to do our next qualification, and then hopefully we'll only take 2 or 3 more flights for the next one. And then it might take another 3 or 4 for the third one, the jet engine, and from there we will have gotten enough of the qualifications that I want before we start opening up our companies. Essentially the next 3 qualifications are the ones that I really want before we... Here we go, we're going a bit fast there. I've got the throttle all the way back and the propeller pretty much down almost all the way as well, so I'm really surprised at how much this is picking up speed. It is so touchy. We've got to keep it below 22 knots while taxiing. I literally have the throttle and the propellers all the way down. Well, the propeller almost all the way down, but the throttle is all the way down. Bring the propeller back up. I'm not overly familiar with this plane. I have been flying the Cessna 172 a lot more. Perhaps we'll be flying this a lot more now moving forward. Getting used to it. Getting used to how touchy the controls are. Do remember this is a more powerful plane than the C-172, so it will take off at a higher speed. We will get up to a higher speed a lot quicker. So our cruising altitude will be at 9,000 feet. Let's see how quickly and easily we can get up to that. Please, it is very touchy.
Bologna Tower, India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel at runway 12 ready for departure IFR to Lima Sierra Papa Lima.
12.
Cleared for takeoff runway 12 India, Lima Papa Alpha Hotel. Good morning, madam. This is your captain speaking. On behalf of First Class Wings, I would like to welcome you on board flight FCW 7511 bound for Blyenbach. Estimated flight time to Blyenbach is 55 minutes. To prepare for takeoff, please ensure your seat belt is fastened tightly. Your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you, and get ready for a wonderful flight.
I really have to get used to how touchy this plane is and how easily it turns with the rudder pedals. Okay. Let's do this. Wow. This is not a good takeoff at all. Wow. I really have to get used to this plane.
Papa Alpha Hotel, contact Milan Center on 124. 925. Good
It's a
day.
good little test, this one, you know. The only way to learn a plane is to fly it.
925 Papa Alpha Hotel.
I guess at the end of the day, as long as we don't crash
Milan
and
Center,
we
India.
arrive
Lima Papa Alpha Hotel
at our
is
destination
passing 900 feet,
and land it,
9,000 feet.
it's successful.
India. Papa Alpha Hotel.
But it's definitely a plane that I need to
not
get used
above
to.
200 knots. Keep speed not above 200 knots. Papa Alpha Hotel. Papa Alpha Hotel reset transponder. Squawk 4766.
Okay, we're going to reach 9,000 feet. Okay, this is good. We've got everything staying in the green. We're climbing at a decent rate at 910 knots. Okay, we've hit 3,000 feet. There we are, we're flying out of Bologna. And now reach 3,600 feet. $4,000. 4.5. So we're halfway to our cruising altitude. $5,000 feet. Nice sunny weather for the flight, so we shouldn't have any troubles with turbulence or anything. As we now hit 6,000 feet, almost, and there we are. So we're 2/3 of the way up to our cruising altitude. $11,000 feet.
Papa Alpha Hotel climb and maintain 9,700 feet.
And now we're going to get a 9.7.
Climb and maintain 9,700 feet, Papa Alpha Hotel.
Okay, we're getting there. We're at 7.5. We have slowed down a bit. We're only down at 92 knots at the moment because we're trying to climb quickly. Well, 8,000. $8,200. We have 1,500 feet to go. $1,200 feet to go. So we're now at 8,700. So we're 1,000 feet to reach our cruising altitude.
I'm glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome you on behalf of First Class Wings on flight FCW 7511. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 8,700 feet at an airspeed of 100 knots. It's 10:35 a.m. and are expecting to land in Blyenbach approximately at 3:10 p.m. local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Okay, there we go. That is our cruising altitude reached. So now we're just going to continue on our merry way. I will pause the recording there and I will come back to you when we are closer to our descent. Alright, and we're back. We are announcing our position to the arrival airport. So I think we're going to have to start descending very soon. Okay, I wonder why that's not working. Either way, let's start descending. So we're no longer on IFR, so we don't have to worry too much about any bad weather. We've been making some good progress, and we're only 31 nautical miles out from our final approach. Our VIP passengers are still back there. And we're also coming in at a good speed as well, so right. Not far to go until we land. Can't exceed 200. We want to stay below 180 knots. So we don't want to descend too fast and put ourselves into engine troubles. Also do want to start slowing down very soon because we are going to want to slow down for our landing. And for some reason, our ATC announcement's not working. And I don't understand why. Hopefully we don't get penalised for this because as you can see, it's gone green because we have pressed the button to actually... Oh, here we go. There we go.
Lima Traffic India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel, 2 tree miles southeast 7100. For inbound to land runway 05.
Let's get below this cloud line and then we will start to slow down. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Look at that. Look at that. Clearing as we come down out of the cloud line. Beautifully. Beautifully done. So it hasn't actually been too bad a flight so far with this plane. I'm actually quite happy flying the plane. It does have a lot more power. Like I was saying though earlier on when we were taxiing, it is just very touchy on the controls when using the rudder while on the ground. So as a result of that, got to be extra careful. In terms of landing this bird, that's going to be a whole other story. I'm not, not having flown this plane a lot in the past. I've got to try and get used to landing this one with the extra power. But I'm sure I'm going to do okay. Got to have confidence. We are now 14 nautical miles almost out from our final approach. Okay, and yes, as you can see there, the traffic pattern. Right. Here we go. We aren't far off. We're only 7 and a bit nautical miles out. The cloud cover is quite low here, so It may actually end up being a little bit of a tricky landing. Damn it. I lowered the flaps too early. Silly me. Okay, let's slow it down a bit. We are in our traffic pattern. We're looking good. The only thing that so far I think we're going to be penalised on is the flap, because I extended the flaps a little bit too early before. That's alright. We can live with that. Almost there. Okay. We don't want to be slowing down too fast, but we do want to still be slowing down enough. So landing with this plane, with the Corvallis C400 TT, you do land at a slightly faster speed than what you do with the C172. Alright, let's pull back on the prop and on the throttle as we approach our final. We want to be landing at around about sort of 65 to 60 knots. We are going a little bit fast here, so we do need to slow it down. A little bit wobbly.
Lima Traffic India. Lima Papa Alpha Hotel is on final runway 05 to land.
We're offline only slightly. Here we go. We've lined it up. It's only a short runway. Okay, and there we go. Pretty smooth. I'm actually quite happy with that. Very nice smooth landing. We've slowed down nicely. Slowed down nicely there. Now let's turn off the runway. I'm actually considering that I'm not used to this plane. I haven't really flown it at all. I'm actually very happy with that landing. Let's stop at this hold short point. There we go. Let's announce our taxi.
Lima Sierra Papa, Lima Traffic India, Lima Papa Alpha Hotel is taxiing to parking.
Put our taxi lights on.
Madam, welcome to Langenthal. Local time is 12:11 p.m. For your safety, the captain has requested that you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we come to a complete stop and a seatbelt sign is turned off. Please make sure you take all your belongings with you when you get off. On behalf of the entire company, we would like to thank you for choosing first class wings. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you a pleasant stay in Blyenbach.
Alright. And that is another data service flight completed.
Great flight. This airline's pretty good.
This airline's pretty good, thank you. That's always good when you hear that. Let's see how good this rating is. Oh, look at that. And yet, that's the only thing that's going to kill me there. The flaps extended, but honestly, look at that. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. I am not going to complain at all. Let's just take a screenshot of this to use for a thumbnail. Did that work? No, I've got to do it again. There we go. There's the thumbnail done. So, this one's our charter private out of Bologna in Italy. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me for this video. As always, if you've enjoyed, please hit the like and the subscribe button so you know when next videos are dropping. So with that, we now have more than enough credits to do our next qualification. So what does that mean? As we see ourselves moving up to level 31, what that means is that our next video is going to be this multi-engine rating. So next video you'll see us completing the multi-engine rating qualifications. We'll be left with 5,000 credits. Then we will try and build those 5,000 credits up to 20 to do the turboprop engine. After that, we will then decide whether we're going to go for our jet engine rating to unlock planes like the Pilatus PC-24 and the Cessna Citation CJ4, or are we going to just work at opening up our first company? I'm going to guess that we're going to do multi-engine and turboprop and then look at setting up our first company and then getting our jet engine rating afterwards, but we'll see what happens. Nevertheless, we'll see you next time for the multi-engine rating qualifications. Before we go, let's have a look at how we are going with unlocking the next few things. Cargo transport medium. We need that turboprop engine rating. We need ATC procedure flight number 2, and we need to do another 3 cargo missions before we can unlock medium cargo transport. So I think it's going to be important to do. Pardon me. So maybe we'll do another 3 cargo transport missions in between our next 2 qualifications. The charter service VIP, which is the other next one we want to go towards, we're going to do charter airplane missions with B or above rating, another 8. We've done 2 so far, and we need that turboprop engine rating and level 45. So I think what we might do is we might do 3 cargo missions next, just to be able to unlock this next section, and then we'll look at unlocking this charter service VIP. So I think we're going to look at some cargo missions next after we do our multi-engine rating. So we'll see you in the next video for that. Tony TV signing out.